Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your gameplay for a very special prototype tank in the Russian Ground Forces tech tree, the Object 435. This is a currently rank 6 battle rating 8.7 medium tank, again in said Russian Ground Forces tech tree, and is just a very good mix of, as you could expect for most Russian vehicles at this BR, armor, armament, and mobility, being that this thing has a 580 horsepower engine, 35.5 tons of weight, and of course, pretty damn good armor. Now, it doesn't feature any sort of composite armor, unfortunately, and of course, this thing is loaded with fuel tanks and huge stores of ammunition because the inside of this tank is fairly cramped compared to the vehicle that actually came out, the T-62, which is pretty much going to be about the most similar vehicle that you have in-game compared to it, although at least based on the stat card, the Object 435 does win. It's got quite a few advantages over it while still being the same BR. But that being said, enough talk. Let's get into a few matches, throw this thing around. It's quick, deadly, and can survive a few hits. That said, let's get into it. One of the great things about this vehicle, at least in my opinion, is that it so well embodies what I would consider to be the 3 M's: mobility, armament, and survivability. And this thing is just so damn powerful. It's got a 115 millimeter cannon. Now bear in mind, I mean, like, there's such a huge jump in power between like this and the T-72, which is another vehicle that I absolutely love. And even at this BR with a smaller cannon, 115 millimeters, this thing still has a pretty damn gnarly... Ooh, that's a Conqueror. Oh, he may have just saved me. He may have just saved me. Oh my goodness. Lightning wartime. Oh, my buddy with the rockets. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Got the gunner and loader. That is ideal. If this guy decides to take a... If he takes my kill, that's fine. I really don't mind. Okay, that's even... That works too. Go ahead, Rakatan Automat. Take the kill if you want. If you can. Anyways. As I was saying, I'm a big fan of the Object 435. This thing pretty much has it all. And one of the things that I really am a huge fan of in War Thunder is like an aggressive style of play, right? Like, if you have the whatchamacallit, seize the, oh my gosh, the word just slipped from my mind. But, just slipped from my mind one more time. But anyways, you want to be able to, basically, if you have the ability to move forward, seize it. If you got the enemy on their back foot, seize it. Kill them. Make them wish they never played this game. Okay, maybe not that bad. I'm gonna die now. I didn't die. Ha 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 ha. Jeez, this guy is not stopping. But we have ourselves a crit and a kill, it looks like. A little bit late. I don't know how he's still not dead. Oh my goodness. Anyways, what I was going to say before was you want to seize the initiative. If you can seize the initiative, oh my goodness. What is it with these people? Seize the initiative. What the poop? I just basically knocked out 2 helicopters. I'm assuming the other one's still somehow around. Also, by the way, this thing has that 14.5 millimeter. It's pretty much an anti-tank rifle. That was the same caliber that they used for anti-tank rifles in World War II. The PTRS, PTRD. Just really gnarly vehicle, or guns. And that's what is mounted on top of this thing. So it is probably the most powerful non-auto cannon in War Thunder, which is, in my opinion, very cool. Okay, the Conqueror that wants some is trying to get some still for some reason. And now he's probably toast, but who knows? Any number of things can happen here. Now, when you don't have that 14.5 millimeter cannon, you're left with an LMG, which is quite unfortunate because it's not very good. Got the driver. That's exactly what we want. Okay. Can I shoot through with my LMG? Nope. That is extremely unfortunate, but we're going to keep moving on. This guy's going to try to come around and get me. Got that kill. Let's turn around, see if I can get this kill. Okay, I've got a helicopter over me. You can't kill me! Holy cow! What the poop? You can't kill me. I'm in an Object 435. This thing is biased. Is it still stellinium? I'm not sure. Anyways, let's get into the next match. That was just wonky. Absolutely wonky. The fact that I was able to get both of those kills, I mean, if that was any more powerful of an SPAA, I would have died easily right there. No problem at all. Oh, there's my final kill. And before you say, oh, Tankenstein, he was on a hill, it's like, or at his base. Well, ultimately, we've capped all the bases. Where else can we go? Also, 7 kills, 1 air kill, and 1 assist. I thought I would have had 2 air kills. Somehow that, the helicopter didn't count. Anyways, let's get into the next one. Oh, there we go. Non-pen. So I'm going to go switch to Heat FS now. Because I don't know about you guys, but Heat FS, like APFSDS at this BR, while it isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's not necessarily like the best thing in the world. And so the Heat FS actually in this is the top level ammunition you can get. So in some instances it is better, and that's typically why I carry like some APFSDS, or mostly APFSDS. I value its muzzle velocity and its you know, very straight firing path, but of course there are going to be some instances where that Heat FS does come in handy. Got the track. Just kind of harassing this guy at this point, but I feel like I'm going to get the assist. If I do, that's fine too. And we have ourselves the kill. Sometimes you kind of have to take chip shots at people. I mean, that wasn't the intent there. In full honesty, I'm not just going to be out here be like, whoa, this was my plan all along. You know, it's like, nah, it wasn't. You know, everyone's plan is like, yeah, I want to kill him in 1 hit. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But sometimes chip shots, if you know, like, exactly kind of how to play them, rather than, like, going right back into that guy's line of sight, and rather, as you just saw me kind of going out to the right there, that helps out a lot when it comes to just general deception. And deception is such a big part of this game that, unfortunately, is not really discussed. I'll save you. Right? Kind of saving you. Come on, come on, come on. Let me save. I saved him. There we go. It's all in the... Oh, he still died. Okay, shut off the engine. Wait for my prey to come in. Hopefully he doesn't check his corners. And he won't. That's how you do it, my man. My boys. If they're not very careful, take advantage of it. Probably should go to the right there, but I'm just going to go straight in here. Because even though I'm kind of acting the fool, so to speak, it's a little bit more of a quick route to go to him. And I had faith that my ally was kind of damaging him a bit. Sometimes, again, it's not really prudent to go straight in for somebody like that, but in some circumstances, it can work out. Just because it does work out doesn't mean that it should have worked out, if that makes any level of sense. That was one of the few instances where I'd say, okay, there's a somewhat calculated risk, not too big of a risk, but it should work out, and it did. Okay, okay. Somehow I just damaged the heck out of that guy. And now we have ourselves a kill. Whoa, a T-72M1? No kidding. So, when it comes to up tiers, which this, bear in mind, I'm in a complete up tier here. It's a very tricky situation because at this point I should probably have switched over to a Heat FS. Well, no, you know what? I don't know. It's tough to say, right? Like, because Heat FS versus composites is jack diddly poop, where it's easier to pen composite armor with a somewhat lower penning APF SDS than it is with Heat FS. And so, I'm not sure. You know? I mean, these are both equally as crappy versus... Well, you know what? No. APF SDS is going to be a little bit better in this instance. But, what you're going to want to do is, in a complete up tier, I mean, obviously, like, as I always say, know your enemy weak spots. I mean, typically, lower Glacis is going to be a pretty good spot for most tanks at around this BR. Not always, but it does tend to work pretty decently. Can I get the save? I did. Woof! I feel like I just helped someone. Now I just want to go check to make sure no one else is coming across. Oh, okay. That's why you always gotta check. Now you go help your buddy, because, you know, friends are for helping friends repair tanks. That's the whole point, right? Like, if your friend isn't there when you need your tank replaced or repaired or whatever, then is he really a friend at all? You know, let's say you're driving your tank late at night, rainy, and then all of a sudden, boom, your battery dies, right? Where's your friend? If your friend ain't there to help you, he's no friend at all. Okay, and the first kill, of course, versus a Leopard 1. That tends to be the first kill in pretty much every match I'm in. Anyways, so this vehicle is, and this will probably be the last match, to be quite honest with you. Even though it's a great vehicle, there are some vehicles that whenever I play them, like, I play them very well by themselves, but when I'm recording, and bear in mind, again, all my audio done during these gameplays, with very, very rare exceptions. Is that? No, that's not the kill I wanted. Pretty much all of them are done live, right? So I'm not doing this with, you know, like recording and then doing the audio afterwards. I'm doing this live, and for whatever reason, doing it with this vehicle has been so frustrating. Whereas I have another gameplay with the T-72A, it was a lot easier. A lot easier. I'm not sure why. I would consider this to be just about as good as the the T-72A is fantastic at 9.3. This is a little bit worse at 8.7. I think because it doesn't have composites, whereas at 9.3, still not every vehicle has composites. But you get the idea. And so it's just maybe survivability isn't as good on this. Well, it's not even maybe. It's definitely survivability. It's not going to be as good on this as you would have with a lot of other vehicles. So we're going to move up here. Be aggressive. That's kind of the way I play. I hate when people aren't aggressive in this game. Like, it's a video game, my man. At least if you have a premium account, you should be aggressive. There's no reason why not. It's way more fun that way. Okay, gonna hit this guy in the toilet. And yes, I did say that incorrectly at first, on purpose. I'm gonna do the same for this guy. Awesome. Very nice. We have ourselves 4 kills thus far. I'm gonna guess that someone's gonna be coming up here from the left. Okay. This guy is. Very easy kill. Just a, what, an M41? That's not too bad. We have some other people. Oh, don't you hate them. Don't you hate them. Let's go respawn, and however well I do on the respawn is however well I'm gonna do. I hate the Raketten Automat, man. I hate it. It blinds you. Okay, and another kill versus the light tank. Now, again, I don't know if I've mentioned it. I probably mentioned it like 50 million times in this video. But the reason why I'm not using Heat FS is, I mean, it's multifold. But, like, you have some vehicles that have ERA, you have some vehicles that have composites, those completely, or more or less completely negate the effects of heat FS, right? And then you also have some things where it's like, you know, for example, range. You know, if you're going to be shooting somebody at a range, heat FS has lower muzzle velocity, which really, really sucks. I don't know how the hell I got that kill, but I did. And so you end up with this weird thing where it's like, ooh, that's not good. Anyways, that's the end of this gameplay. I don't care anymore. Or better said, I do still care. It's just like, man, the amount of games where I had like 2 or 3 kills where I'm like, you know what? This isn't too bad. And then I just get killed while I'm in the middle of actually recording audio for this, because that's just how I record my video. It's so bad. I hate it. It's like there's so much. This vehicle is, it's good, but damn. But anyways, what I was saying about the heat FS, if you hit like a cardboard box on the way to hitting a vehicle, then it's just going to prematurely explode. You know, it's going to just, it sucks. You know, that's one of the main reasons why I do it. It's also a little bit tougher at ranges, and also you never know. I mean, like post-pen damage tends to not be as good, and you know, you can be fighting vehicles with composites, with ERA. There's so many issues with it, where it's like, I'd rather take a lower penning APFSDS than a higher penning heat FS in a lot of instances. Unless, of course, it's like 8.0 BR and you're fighting a heavy tank. But either way, thanks so much for watching. If you don't mind, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thanks again. I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.